Alright, might as well start. Welcome. I hope everyone's going well. Today we're a bit of a relaxing sort of stream. Don't have much planned on today. Just essentially setting up my environment, playing around with unit tests and so forth like that. So we're moving forward with using Vice. Sorry, wrong one. Vites. I don't know how to pronounce it. So I've been looking at unit tests and all that kind of stuff because we've been setting them up for Django and we've slowly been building upon them, but we haven't actually gone ahead and done anything for the Vue side of things. So what we wanted to do was essentially start doing that. We've set ourselves some little goals. So essentially now I should change this up. So we want to actually have code coverage. So yeah. Now I'm just that one should be under that one. So yeah, and hey, Aiden, potentially moving to Vite 2. I've been having a read of the documents and so forth like that, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I could potentially move to it. It would save me a lot of time compiling stuff like that. I just need to figure everything out. So yeah, and because Vite's quite quick. That and also because Vite has its built-in sort of tests, unit tests and stuff like that, it kind of means that I'm putting everything sort of in a consolidated package instead of using multiple different makeshift stuff everywhere else. So just before I just changed that from just JS to Vitest, or however you're pronouncing it. So yeah. Oh, that's good. You're doing good. That is great to hear. Are you on holiday soon? Yeah, so we might as well jump into it. So what I've done is I've created a test folder. So I've got the end-to-end tests, which I'll probably use Playwright for. And then I've got the unit tests where essentially it's the same folder structure. At the moment, there is nothing in there. So these tests won't really do much. So I know PyCharm has a plugin. So let's try and find that out. So PyCharm like test plugin. I didn't hit enter, correct. Still on holiday until the middle of September when I go to uni, where I give myself 60k in debt. Yep. Oh, that's fun. That's good at least. I should go on holiday sometime soon. Hopefully one day. Alright, let's zoom in. Today's just going to be a very laid back, slow stream. I'm just a bit slow today. Alright, available only in PyCharm Professional. Yep, we've actually got PyCharm Professional. Download or try compare editions. Required plugins. Alright, let's click download. Oh, let's download in the Professional. Oh, I've already got Professional. PyCharm integrates with Vest, Test, and Vite native unit test framework. You can run, debug, do snapshot testing, and measure test coverage both from the editor and via a run debug configuration, which will be good. You'll be putting a nice bit of paper, which should open up more opportunities, travel and job. Yeah, definitely. You can rerun failed tests or turn on the watch mode. Alright, cool. When you launch a test session in this mode, PyCharm monitors changes in your project source code. As soon as any changes are made to test or its subject, PyCharm will rerun the affected tests and so forth like that. Alright, cool. One thing which I forgot to write up on the board is I need to set up coverage testing too today. So I need to go into VueJS code coverage. We got to 70% code coverage the other day. Shortly after stream, I made those changes into the other unit test. We hit that 70 goal, so I'm like, yeah. Our next goal is 75%. And a lot more code coverage for our objects and so forth like that, which will happen over time. So yeah, just still got to test the permissions. Alright, I'm getting distracted by this. So we'll fix up the code coverage after we get this. Before you start, make sure you have Node.js on your computer. Yep, we do. Make sure you have JavaScript and TypeScript plugins is enabled in the settings. Press Command. Come on to open the IDE. All right, cool. Whilst we're here, I'll upload this. So where do I need? And then select plugins. Click in the install tab, JavaScript and TypeScript. JavaScript and TypeScript, yep, is installed. There's a lot of plugins that I have installed. The Qt bundle. Don't know if I've got Qt installed. I might go through and disable a couple of them. Oh, sorry. Install Vest, yep. So we've installed it. With PyCharm, you can quickly run or debug a single byte test right from the editor, or create a run debug configuration to run the debug some of all your tests. All right, cool. Run or debug a single test from the editor. Click play or that in the gutter and select run test name from the list. All right, cool. So we do actually have a dummy test down here, which we'll put in the proper test in a minute. So it's like in the gutter. Oh. Oh! Oh, sweet. Well, that's pretty cool. To debug a test at a breakpoint inside it, click. Ooh, this answers one of my questions. So if I need to, let's put a breakpoint. So I go run server. Does it hit that break? No, I didn't hit that breakpoint. Oh, debug. But got to read the instructions. All right. So we hit here. All right. So I'm just getting used to step over. Did it do the test? Test pass 1, debugging, listening on. All right. Cool. All right, that's pretty cool. Now, how do I run all tests? In the debug tool window, examine the suspend test, which is down at the bottom. Okay, cool. And step through it. Yep, cool. Which is what it did. Create a Vite test run config. Open the run debug configuration dialog. I'm assuming it's this. We can close this one now. No. Okay, going back down here. Sorry, I'm just a bit tired at the moment. Open the run/debug configuration dialog. Run/edit configuration on the main menu. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? And Pippin, how are you? I've got sad news. Socks is at Manila's tonight, so she's not here. So yeah, she was getting very, very lonely. So we decided to go to my partner's place, and so that way she at least gets some interaction. She's been extremely clingy. Alright, so we'll see how she is. She's calmed down now. So, yeah. I know. I'm sad too. But it also means I get some work done. But now I'm exhausted. I can't be bothered getting much work done. Yeah, tonight we're just playing around with my tools and stuff like that. So, yeah, because I've got the new PyCharm up and running, I want to get it all set up on this computer. I've also got other good news. If I were doing treats to you. I will go out and buy myself ice cream. Good news, I ordered new computer parts also. So I'm getting a new computer. Specify the Node.js interpreter to use. Alright, so let's go Vite test. I'm just going to remove that one. Oh, I just removed everything. Alright. Vite test. All tests. Alright, sweet. Configuration file. Redeemed standing test. Alright, just wait. I'll put this on. Bacon ice cream. I have to walk to the store to get ice cream. I could ride my bike, but also the store shuts at 10 o'clock. Yeah, Node, yep. Yep. We are using 1618 configuration file. We should be using the Vite configuration file, but you've got to minimize everything. It should be Vite. Ice cream is worth it. Yes it is. Oh, I haven't actually put my screen back. Whoops. I used to make my own ice cream. I did at one point have a ice cream maker, but I hardly used it. It ended up just taking up too much space in the fridge. I have 8GB Pi on order. Ooh, nice. So my computer will have 16 cores, 32 gig of RAM, an okay graphics card, which is nice. I can always upgrade the graphics card later. Yeah, so it's designed that in about 5 years I'll be able to update it again. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Two 2TB hard drives. So one will be for Windows for work and all that kind of stuff. The other one will be for NearBeach and everyday sort of gaming and all that kind of other stuff. So I've already downloaded the ISO for Windows, the ISO for Ubuntu. So yeah, I'm getting excited. Don't know when I'll get the parts though. So yeah. Vite, yep. Working directory, NearBeach, yep. I'm not putting through any options, environmental variables. I might put through options for coverage and stuff like that, but maybe later. It's node. Okay, apply. Let's hit run. So this will take about 8 seconds. So I'm using Vite or ViTest for the unit testing the Vue files. So, which also means that I might move to Vite with deploy with packaging all everything up and so forth. So, yeah. And I've got Playwright, which we'll be playing around with tonight. So trying to get it to visit every single page possible. And I realize I need to actually give it a read-only user too. So yeah. All right. So that ran really well. Test pass 126, 126. Yep, that's good. A lot of them are just going to be blank, which is fine. Test results. Yep, zeros all the way through. And then I should have. Yeah, that's fine. In fact, it just arrived. Good timing. So what are you getting the Pi to do? If you don't mind me asking. All right, cool. Project alias, setting all that up. So run test via the configuration. So run debug configuration from the list. So I just have to hit run. I've got all tests in Vite. Sweet. And then let's set up debug. Run configuration. And that's Vite. I want. Oh, I can do Python tests too. But we want Python. We want. Yeah, this one. We want the script. Python. This should be run server, debug server. I'm gonna set up various services on it. Nice. Yeah, I should use mine a little bit more. Script manage.py run server. Working directory. This will be in NearBeach. Python buffer 1, yep. Apply, okay. Oh. Can I have that as a... Alright, no problem. I'll figure this out. Need a few more and I'll do a Kubernetes, the hard way book. Fair enough. Well, the good thing about my new computer is I will have enough space to actually set up my own VMs and all that kind of stuff on it. Like we're talking a decent sized amount of VMs, and play around with Kubernetes using that, which will be fun. I'm also using it to hopefully automate some tests and stuff like that, where I just want to test deployments and so forth. Making sure things, crossing my T's and dotting my I's type of scenarios. Alright, PyCharm, debug, Django. PyCharm Pro Professional. Run debug configuration Django tests. Oh well, we also want to set up the Django tests in here too. I think it's no, custom. I'm going to cancel. I'm way too tired for that. Okay. Django PyCharm debugger. Do I debug breakpoints in my? Yep. All right. Alright, let's just open up this so it's bigger, because it's necessary cookies only. The problem has little to do with Django settings module. PyCharm says this when creating a project. Instead, go to the green play button for running scripts. You want to configure the run manage py, i.e. You're configuring the play button to run the command. So breakdown, Python, manage arguments. Oh, okay, so I had something similar. So if I go debug, like this, I'm just gonna add in another one. This is run server. Now this isn't a script. That's not going to work. Oh, yeah, that won't work. All right. Modified run. All right. Environmental variables. I'm mucking this up, aren't I? Script path. All right. Can't open file. No such file or directory. Users, sites, NearBeach, manage.py should exist. There it is. Okay. Cancel. I am just going to remove that. Just going to remove that. Remove that. Python debug server. Run server. Okay, cool. Run server. Allow source project file, path mappings. Alright, launch this debug configuration to start the debug server. Update your add execute pip install. Alright, we'll need to do that, which is pretty easy to do. Oh, am I running? Okay, excuse the small text. Nope, don't want to do that. Source bin activate, paste it in. Whilst that's running, add the following command to connect to the debug server. Add the following command to connect to the debug server. Where do I add that to? Launch this debug configuration to start your debug server. Update your script. Right, let's just go apply it. Let's go OK. We've got run server. Yeah, but where am I putting that? I'm confused. Absolutely confused. Set up your virtual environment. Create or open your project in PyCharm. Go to File Settings in the menu. Go to Python Interpreter. Click on Add to the top. Go to File Settings, Python Interpreter. Python Interpreter. All right. Click on Add in the top. Yep. Go to the bin folder where you created the virtual environment and select Python. Add interpreter. Environment tool location directory is not empty. Existing. Okay, sorry about this. Just gotta set this up. Haven't ever set this up before, so let's play around with it. Sites. Okay, NearBeach. VM. Link library. Python 3. Gonna cancel. Alright, that's the one I've got anyway. So we've got all these packages. Yep, that's fine. Alright, set a breakpoint. Next in the line of code, you want to set a breakpoint to the left, usually a grey line. Alright, so what we want to do is let's close all these. Close all tabs. Let's compress this. Let's open this up. Let's go NearBeach. Let's go views. Let's go Kanban views. Let's go let's not check the Kanban information. Let's bang in a breakpoint there. Hit the run in debug mode. Stop all. Alright, let's hope this works. No, I don't think that's going to work. Alright. So we never tried the... Edit configuration. So the tests are fine. It's just this run server. Okay. That one's fine. That one, we can stop that one. Okay. Oh, that's an old, yeah. Developing Django under the debugger. Support for Django applications, including a configuration tailored to the Django server. This winds up a wonderful workflow. All right, what do we want? Edit configuration. What we can do, edit configuration. It's different. With this run, edit configurations, Django server. Okay, have I just missed it? Django server. All right, run Django server. So host will be local host, port 8000, additional sort of things. Run browser. No, I shouldn't. Don't need to run a tested thing, yada yada yada. Alright, cool. Apply, okay. Let's hit play. And we should have our local host. Awesome. Now, I don't think it's debugging. Stop and rerun. So if I hit the debug, now if I go to a Kanban information, it'll hit this, good. And then what I can do is down here I can step over. Sweet. And down here has all my variables and all that kind of stuff, which is nice. Easy done, awesome. Okay, so I've set up the Vite test plugins, I've set up the Django stuff on here. Set up debug on PyCharm. Yep. How to code coverage. So another thing I want to do is not necessarily run the Django server, but I can run tests. So we've got Python. And the script. Now this is what we had problems with before. manage environmental variables. No, I don't think that's what we want. We've got auto detect. All we need is the working directory, which is our current directory. I'm gonna go apply. I'm gonna go okay. Yeah, no, that didn't like that. But that's fine. Edit configuration. Take that out. Take that out. So all we need to do is, so debugging, we're set up. We're happy with that. Cool. PyCharm professional unit test Django. Uses test to create, run, debug configuration for Django tests, targets, so forth like that. All right, cool. Options. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, sorry. Uses dialog to run and debug configuration for Django tests. So, not a Django server per se, because that will be running the server. Django tests. There we go. Unit tests. Target. Yep. Custom settings. No. Options. No. Using the VM, yep. Working directory, this particular working directory. Alright, so unit tests, if I hit run. Django tests. Okay, that failed, but that's fine. I'll have to target. So what are they saying? Target, specify the target to be executed. If the field is left empty, it means that all tests in the application specified in the install apps will be executed. If you wanted to run tests in a certain application, specify the name. In this sort of case, it will be NearBeach. Some rules apply to doc tests and all that kind of stuff. Option used not report failed tests. All right, cool. Environmental variables. Yep, we don't need that. Python interpreters. We want that to be that. Interpreter options. We don't need any of that. Working directory. Is left if the bin directory or the PyCharm installation will be used. All right, that's not what we want. We want our own one, which is this one. Target will be NearBeach. Apply, run. No, found 37 tests, which is not correct. Okay, it didn't like anything. That's fine. We'll just get rid of it for now. Alright, what else did we want to do? How to debug unit tests in PyCharm. That will be using this. Options, publish all, and so forth like that. Alright, now coverage. The test supports native code coverage via V8 and instrumented code coverage via Istanbul. Alright, both V8 and Istanbul support are optional. By default, V8 will be used. Alright, we might as well go with V8. You can select the code coverage settings by test coverage provider to V8 or Istanbul. Alright, cool. So that's in my Vite config. Just gonna close this. I'm gonna go scroll all the way down to this. So I've got to get rid of some of this. So this is how we set up the unit tests. I think that will work perfectly fine. You should also neaten all of this up. All right. Right, so we're happy with that. V8 is Chrome's JavaScript runtime, if I remember correctly. Yes, I do believe you are correct. And I had not made that connection whatsoever. Yeah. What's the... Oh, sorry. I'm slowly falling asleep. So Istanbul, I have used Istanbul in the past. I might use Istanbul. So tests. I'm just going to put this in alphabetical order. Coverage. Now they stated that's an object, right? Yep, provider. Go into a conference, talk about how they have a million layers of just-in-time compiling. I'm assuming that's what JIT stands for, because that's the only acronym I know. Let's make that like that. All right. But yeah, that's a lot of layers. I remember when Java was pulling out just-in-time, I was like, oh, that's actually really interesting. And then it really helped speed up the Android, which was actually really fun. All right, when you start your Vitest process, hopefully I'm saying that right, by the way, it will prompt you to install the corresponding support packages automatically. So, or if you're, yeah, I prefer installing it manually. They run it through optimizers if they hit a piece of code enough times. Oh, okay, yeah. Yep, fair enough. Alright, that's out of that. We're going good with the number of packages and so forth. That's that. Okay, coverage setup. To test the coverage enables, you can pass through the coverage flag into the CLI by default. By default, reporter, text, HTML, Clover, and JSON will be used. Alright, so I just need to put that in the script. So reporter, coverage reporter. So I'm assuming it's going to give me 3 different outputs. I might keep it HTML. Not using any custom ones. And let's just test it. So if I go script coverage. So I'm just going to paste this in here. It's probably only about 6 or 8 layers really, but hyperpole is fun. yes it is. Alright, oh, we got mixins that already have coverage, which really shouldn't. All files. Components, customers, alright, uncovered lines, alright, sweet. Did it save a HTML? Let's find out. Reports directory. Okay. Changing the default coverage folder location. What is the default? When running a coverage report, a coverage folder is created in the root directory of your project. If you want to move it to a different directory, use the root directory is fine. But what is that folder called? It's just called coverage. Alright, bear with me. I'm just playing around with all this. Alright. Coverage. Index. Took me way too long to find. Alright, so it's only popping up 1. And that's the components and customers. And the mix-ins for some strange reason. So the icon mix-in. I mean, sure. I shouldn't be... I need to run tests for the mix-ins. Yeah. But this mix-in, no. This mix-in... No, it's just connecting this and this. So it just makes it easier to connect stuff. So components, customer list, customer views. So we've done. We wrote a little test for this. So we got props. Now that is throwing up something that it wants to debug, which is weird. Alright, I don't know how I would test a default for that. And then we've got get profile pictures, which is what our test is for. Unless I'm mistaken, the red bean is what used. Alright, I need to read more stuff. Alright. So green, 100%. Alright, where's our documentation? Tutorials. Alright, nothing's there. Alright, moving on. How to show and ignore code from coverage reports. Ignoring code. We're not ignoring code yet. Other options. Vite test UI. Since Vite test 0.31.0, you can check out the coverage report in the Vite test UI. Vite test UI will enable coverage report when it's enabled explicitly in the HTML coverage report. Otherwise, it might not be available. So coverage enabled is true. All right. In your configuration, or run Vite tests with the coverage enabled true flag. We'll have it there. Add the HTML to the coverage reporters, which we have. List, you can also enable a subdirectory option to put your. Alright, we won't necessarily need to do that. We will need to do that. Because yeah, it'll be nice to see how I need to read up how So I'm just so tired at the moment. This is going to be a really short stream. I don't think I could make it much longer. We'll start playing with the playwright stuff very soon. I need to read documentation on what I'm going to be unit testing in VueJS. The problem is I just don't have a guide of what to test for and so forth like that. So yeah, I've just got some reading to do, which I can do probably tomorrow when I've got my brain switched on. All right, so Vite test UI. And that pops up that. I'm just going to cut that out and I'm just going to paste it over here. So this is looking a lot better than that HTML report. So as you see, I've hit every single view file, but the view files at the moment are empty. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks to actually fill out at least 5 to 10% coverage for these unit tests, and another 5 to 10% for the Django side of things. It's just one of those things where I've just got to sit down and just do it. All right. No, list customers. All right, here's our list customers one. So all units tasked in this test. Is it really blank? Yes, it is. It's not a problem because we've got a secondary one down here. So this is the code, this is the module graph. So list customers, we've got the plugin view. All right, list customers unit. All right, yep. I don't even understand what that is. Report, all tests passed in this graph. All right, but there's no code coverage. Okay. I can see how this is useful, but it doesn't tell me what was covered. Alright, not a problem. Because we're just testing out things and setting things up at the moment. We can switch back to the V8. So we'll try the V8 one. And then we just run the Vite test, run with the coverage. All right, and that's giving us something else. Actually, it's giving us approximately the same thing. I just realized this is, yeah, that's probably, I'm just gonna delete this with the bin. I'm going to do it again, and then hopefully it just recreates that folder. But yeah, just playing around with this at the moment. All right, and it's created a folder coverage. Yep, cool. And there we go. It's got less stuff in there. It's still got the icon. You know, is this V8? I think so. It looks different. So it's saying 87.14%. Function 0, 0 out of 2. All right. Lines. All right. So it's saying it hit all these lines. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read up on how all of this works. But that's not a problem. Yeah, I just need to educate myself on this. Because once I do, this will become a powerful tool. Been there? Yeah. I'm just absolutely scratching my head because I've got the code that gets profile picture and I do it twice. So one of the things, we don't have a profile picture, the other one we do, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, should work. It just doesn't. Yeah. Anyway, let's play around with Playwright. So we've got the coverage done, we've got that done. Now, is it Playwright or Playwrighter? Playwright. Okay, docs. Let's just jump into the docs. So installation, we should have installed it. We should have initialized it. So we do have a Playwright config file. So our test directory are under tests and end-to-end. So we've got 2 examples in there at the moment, which we'll probably end up removing. I'll probably also create a folder structure and so forth like that. So yeah, in fact, let's create a folder right now. Call it Shakeout. We're going to put in another folder, new file, and we're going to call it check every page load.spec.ts. Alright, cool. I should zoom in. Sorry. Okay, so we've got the Playwright package locklet, yep, tests, examples, test examples. Yeah, I've just moved the test examples into that. Playwright config is where you can add configuration for your Playwright, including modifying which browsers you would like to run Playwright on. So in my sort of case, I want to test on every single one because there are differences between browsers and there are functional differences between browsers. I forgot what command it is. It will take me a while to look up in Bugzilla. But essentially there is a JavaScript command which works completely and utterly different on macOS than it does on for Firefox and Safari than on any other browser on any other different OS. If you are running tests inside an already existing project, then dependencies will be added directly to your package.json. Alright, cool. The test folder contains a basic example to help you get started with testing. For more detailed examples, check out the test example folder, which contains tests written to test a Tutu app. So in this sort of case, we're going to ignore that particular file for the moment, but it would be good to reference it. Yeah, running a test example. Actually, we better rename that test. Yeah, we've got that as TypeScript. That should be fine. Just gonna delete it because we can find it later. So I'm assuming I've got to be running a server for this to run. Yeah. Okay. Running an example test. So playwright test goes down here. So I'll boot up everything. All right. Six tests passed. All right, sweet. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Example spec. I don't know where the 6th one goes. NPX. Oh. Error not found. Alright, that's not a problem. Just figuring stuff out. So that runs headlessly. Learn more about tests in headed mode, running multiple tests, running specific tests, etc. Run your tests with UI mode for better development experience. Alright, cool. This is what we probably want. Let's see what happens. Oh, something happens, alright. Gonna hit play. Gonna open this up. Ah, sweet, yeah. Pretty much it. HTML reports. Yeah, let's try this again. Alright, that's opened up in a different tab. Sorry, so that opens up over here. So if we zoom in, I like this. We've got has title, get link started. Yep, alright, this is on Chromium. Has title, get links. Oh, okay, so there's 2 tests for each. That's where the 6 comes from. So there's 2 tests. Okay, yep, cool, yep. Alright. System requirements, Node 16, easy, done. Windows 10 server, la la la, or Windows subsystem for Linux. Alright, yep, cool. What's next? Write tests for web assertions, fixed page, and okay, cool. One thing I want to do, playwright JS, check console for warning errors. Anyway, I will be back in 2 seconds. I just need a drink of water. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. Alright, one thing which I have noticed, so if I just open up the console and just let's go to prod, I think it's on prod. I'm ignoring that particular one because there's no standard property zoom, but if I go list all customers, I must fix it. Yeah. Alright, sometimes if I've screwed up, a little view warning will appear over here and stuff like that. So what I want to do is I want to double check that. So in here, want to do writing end-to-end tests using Playwright and Jest packages. All right, similar sort of situation. In a test, I would like to check that after loading a page, the browser console doesn't contain any error messages and all the requests performed in the background have the status code equal to 200. That's what I want too. Or maybe at least different from 5xx. The question is, what is the cleanest way to do that? Is the following a valid solution? Yes, it's a valid solution. All right, sweet. Now to enrich my answer with some more content follows. I just wrote a class for gathering API responses as a testing utility. So import page playwright. My fancy API address. Okay, read only. Yep, all right. On response. Okay. I am fading very fast. All right. Oh, sorry. Oh. Okay. Is this by the same guy? Okay. On page on console. Let's look that up. So we're happy with this. So writing tests, page go to, expect page, page go to, get by role. Yep, all right, that's. Right. What was that thing? Page on console. All right. Admitting when JavaScript within the page calls one console API, console log, console directory. Also omitted if the page throws an error or warning. So we want to capture all warnings or errors and be like, check these out. And we want to specify at what point that happens. So I will need to test every single page. There are going to be a couple of read-only pages which I will also need to test. So I'll need to log in as a read-only user also. That's one other thing. Play log in as user. Piggyback off code gen. All right, so we'll just need to log in every single time. That's fine. We can do that. And we get to test out the login page at the same time. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call it there. I'm exhausted. My brain is just not retaining this information at the moment. Yeah, let's raid VexFX. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much, everyone. We did get stuff done. We're playing around tonight. It's essentially all we're really doing is figuring out what our next steps are with the testing. It's something which we have not forgotten, which